Hello and welcome to this video where I wanted to talk a little bit about collecting, Blu-ray collecting to be specific, and my attempt to answer the question, is this Blu-ray worth me owning? This is the Breaking Bad Complete Collection Blu-ray Barrel Box Set Bonanza Extravaganza. And it's a phenomenal set. You get the entire series of Breaking Bad. I just tried opening it in the incorrect fashion. So you open it up like this, and inside you get all the discs and the booklet folded in nicely, and you get all the cool kind of symbols of all the seasons. I have the discs taken out of the actual case at the moment because well, it's just easier to get the discs out of a wallet. So you get like the trousers. These are all layered. These are covered in dust even inside the thing. Like, it's a really cool design, but you do kind of you know, it collects dust and bits of crap very easily. But you know, it's the Breaking Bad Blu-ray barrel box set thing, which is very cool. And money inside there and a little chip, and it's like the Breaking Bad chip that they would give out to the cast at the end of every season. It's kind of a replica of that. Yeah, it has even has a Los Pollos Hermanos cooking apron, which I've used quite a bit in the past. So is this box set worth it? Because I just started rewatching Breaking Bad. I'm gonna like clutch this in my lap like a newborn child. I've just started rewatching Breaking Bad, and for the longest I can remember, Breaking Bad has been on Netflix, as has its prequel show, Better Call Saul. Now, Better Call Saul is currently airing its 6th and final season. I'm a huge fan of the show, if you hadn't already noticed. And recently, I decided to go back and watch the first 5 seasons while we're waiting for the final part of season 6 to come out. So I did all of that. I rewatched the first 5 seasons, and Kanye was like, I want to watch Breaking Bad. I was like, all right. I was going to wait, but shit, let's do it. So we started watching Breaking Bad, and Netflix is just so convenient. You just hit Netflix, you go to Breaking Bad. It's there. It's streaming in higher quality resolution than you get on the Blu-ray box set itself in Ultra HD 4K, super high definition. So is this even worth having it in my collection? Since I got it at Christmas 2013, just a few months after the show concluded, have I gone through all these Blu-rays? No. Have I rewatched the series since 2013? No. So next year, like about a year and say I guess it'd be about 17 months time, probably, I think it would be. It'll be 10 years since I got this box set, and I still wouldn't have gone through all the Blu-rays. So why have I got it? Why is it worth it? Should I sell it? Because it's all on Netflix, and it looks great. Now, one thing with the 4, and I would be interested to see if they'd release Breaking Bad in 4K, because it's a hugely popular show. They have the show in 4K, and it's mastered in 4K. But on Netflix, obviously, the bitrate is throttled somewhat, so I would imagine the Blu-rays probably have a healthier bitrate than even the 4K version on Netflix, which is technically in 4K resolution, but the bitrate is probably nowhere near as close to the source as I would like it to be. And I noticed watching the first episode of Breaking Bad, specifically the opening shot, amazing opening shot of the trousers flying through the air, that there's a bit of blocking, you know, like kind of, is it macro blocking, or kind of, it's where the grain kind of clumps together. And I think macro blocking is something entirely different. There's me trying to sound clever. There's like artifacting. That's definitely the term. And clumping of grain. And so I'd love to see like a 4K release of both shows. But, you know, it's still more convenient to watch it on Netflix. And I can watch it on the TV in the living room. And with Better Call Saul, I could alternate watching it in the living room and upstairs. Look better downstairs because we have a 4K TV. But why have the box set? why don't I just throw it out the window? Like, or again, just sell it on for profit at this point. Well, first things first, leave that in for free. This was a Christmas gift for my mum and my nan. So it kind of has sentimental value, even though they're both like a barrel of money from a show about drug dealers and the cartel and meth. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. So not so much sentimental value in that sense, but it was something that my mum and my nan and granddad got me for Christmas. And I was over the moon with it. And again, all the extras. You don't get that on Netflix, but have I gone through any of the extras? Not right. I almost did. I started watching the discs, but at the same time, it's there, and I feel like going to it now, and maybe when I go to bed tonight, I'll throw one of the discs in. I like having it. I like the access, but I really wanted to highlight this story because it goes into the eternal debate of physical media versus streaming, and we literally just today got the news that on the PlayStation Store, movies that you bought from Lionsgate are getting removed from the system. I mean, they can take these things away. Now, when I went back and started rewatching Better Call Saul, I did it on Netflix. I don't own the whole series. I have the first season and the second season on Blu-ray. So I thought, well, if I don't have all of them, let's just watch all of it on Netflix. And when I watch it downstairs, it's in 4K, so it looks great. So that's what I was doing. So I got 3 seasons into Better Call Saul, and there's my season 1 Blu-ray. There's the slipcover there. Season 3, I don't have the Blu-ray, so I'm just watching on Netflix. That's the only way to watch it for me. And it got to the episode Chicanery, which for me is one of the best episodes of the show, one of my favorite episodes of TV ever. I was so excited to get to this point. It was like 2.5 seasons of waiting to get to Chicanery again, because I'd only seen it once, and I was so excited to see that unfold again. And I started the episode. It was a few minutes in. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to put the oven on, and I'm going to make one of my favorite kind of quick dinners, southern fried chicken and lightly spiced potato wedges. I'll have that with a little bit of HB brown sauce and some Hellmann's mayonnaise. It's going to be fantastic. Get some salt and pepper on the wedges as well. It's going to be brilliant. So went downstairs, turned the oven on, went back upstairs to continue watching the episode. The network connection has been lost. Okay, went downstairs, turned off the router, turned it back on again, waited 10 minutes, nothing. Food needed to go in the oven because it was preheated enough, so the food goes in the oven. No connection. Okay, what do I do now? Because now I've planned this little evening, and I can't continue watching the episode. Now, there was the option of getting my phone out and using my mobile data to just stream the episode, but I wanted to watch it on the TV. So I went back upstairs and I tried it on the TV up there. Still no connection. Nothing. That's a reference to me, a fairly obscure live stand-up show from about 20 years ago. If you catch it, well done. But yeah, nothing. My dinner was ready, and I just thought, I guess I'll just put in the Blu-ray of season 1 and watch one of the commentaries, which I did. And it was like, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying this, but it's just, I wanted to watch Chicanery. And if I only had the season 3 Blu-ray, I could have just put it on and forget Netflix, right? But I didn't have the Blu-ray. So when I really wanted to watch that show, that episode, at the worst possible time, the internet died on me. And I just thought, it just speaks to physical media. Like, if you want it, if you want to own it, if you want to be able to watch it at any point where you feel like it, own it on disc. Because no matter what, you'll be able to watch it even if your streaming service craps out. Now, it's not like I'm against, and clearly I'm not against, like, not that it would be anything to be against anyway, but it's not like I look down on anyone for, like, you own a film on Blu-ray, but you just watch it on streaming to be convenient. Like, no, I get it, I understand. What I don't get is when people like James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, and he's admitted to this in the past, that he sometimes can't be bothered to look through his collection to find the movie he wants to watch, and he'll pay to rent it on like Amazon Prime. That I look down upon. That I think, what a fucking plum. I can't wrap my head around that at all. Anyway, but yeah, it's fine if it's on streaming and you own it. Yeah, just watch the streaming unless like you feel like I want to like get the full experience out of this movie, like the 4K disc or whatever. Then yeah, you go for you put the extra effort in of taking the case off the shelf. But you know, I mock that and I laugh at that, but it is the convenience of having everything on Netflix is so easy. Even like I'll come home on my work break and I, you know, just sit down at my desk and I just go on Netflix and boom, it's there. I can just continue watching Better Call Saul. So there's all sorts of, you know, advantages and disadvantages to both sides. But for me, the physical media side will always hold out true. And then there's extras. You're not going to get those on Netflix either. The commentaries on this, though I will say, this Blu-ray, I don't know if it's the same with the other seasons. What the fuck? I popped this in. I thought, okay, let's watch the extras with my dinner. Forget the commentary. So there's a featurette about the first day of filming the show Better Call Saul. Cool. I watched that a few minutes long. Okay, next featurette. And it just went, ding, ding. Please insert disc 2. What? And then I realized that on the first disc of this set, it lists every episode, every extra. But it doesn't tell you which ones are exclusive to this disc. You just have to kind of wing it. You go on disc 2. It's the same thing. I think they did this on Breaking Bad too. The weirdest like menu design choice I could possibly think of. Like, who in their right mind is going to go, right, I want to watch episode 6 of Breaking Bad. Let's put in the first disc, select the episode, take the disc out, put the disc back in, and then we'll... Like, no, what? Anyway. The question. Is it worth owning this? The answer is yes. It's a collector's piece, first and foremost. In my specific situation with this particular box set, it was a Christmas present. But it has all the extras, which I would like to watch at some point in time. And if the same situation comes up, and me and Connie are revisiting the world of Breaking Bad, and the internet craps out, and we only have 2 hours of the evening to watch something together, I can go and get the disc and continue the fucking show. Physical media always wins. You know, not that I feel strongly about it or anything. And it actually almost happened again earlier. We were actually watching an episode of season 2 and the internet went down. But Connie had to go do something anyway, and then it came back in time. But, you know, these things happen. And what can I say? I've already said it. Physical media always fucking wins.
He's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.